Alright everybody, Baron here, and Merry Christmas to you all. Seeing as how this channel got started with tabs, I figured it was appropriate. We got this new little preview. Totally accurate holiday greeting. We see some very Christmatized woolly mammoths here with some antlers on them, which is awesome. Look at them just kind of like stopping and looking at happy holidays from the Landfall team. So let's look at this because this is one of the newest things. We've got some new stuff to show off for tabs. I'm gonna be talking about my thoughts on what's happened since tabs was first shown off in July, as well as a number of other things. And we've got our custom battles, and I want you to let me know, what are you guys most excited for about the holidays? What's been your favorite game since tabs came out? Or in July of 2016 that you've been playing? Because there's been thousands. All right, so when we look at this, these woolly mammoths have red paint, war paint on them. They got Santa hats, they got antlers, and they've got really good tusks. They got the new googly eyes. There's the new physics system in place. You can see the new helmets on these clubmen. Now, are those like bluish elf hats? Yeah, they're bluish like elf hats. They're not necessarily military helmets or medieval style helmets or anything like that, right? So in the last video that we did, it's been a month, guys. It's been a month because the previews have kind of been, you know, there's always bits and spurts over by the Landfall guys, and when there's a lot, I cover tabs quite a bit, and when there's very little, I have to, you know, not cover it because we like to cover the new stuff. But in the last video, if you look at the comment that was left by Landfall, a level editor would be fantastic. We aren't planning on having one of these at launch, but we could potentially add one later on. By the way, it's just come to my attention that the Landfall YouTube page is at 94,000 subscribers. We need to get that to 100,000 subscribers. Baron's Brigade, if you're not subscribed to Landfall, go there and subscribe after this video, of course, because hell, Baron's Brigade is #1. So that being said, what has been happening? Well, it looks like going off of this tweet that was on November 29th by Will, that there's adding a physics placement tool, and it looks like they're dropping rocks, and it almost feels like a God game in a way. But it feels very tabsy. Is this new tech? Is this a new game? Or is this tabs? Because there's been a number of little indie projects that Landfall has done instead of, or like during, while tabs has been worked on. But it looks like there's bushes and stuff. Like, is this like a form of procedural generation using physics? Now they've I swear, Landfall is obsessed with physics. Like I'm obsessed with battle simulator games. You know what I mean? It's just like some people just gravitate towards one thing. But this physics placement tool, what do you guys think? Is this new game? You can hear birds in the background. The rocks like make indentations in the ground. They kind of sit, and then it almost like they take a little bit of a moment, and then they sink down, or then they actually finally kind of alter the world in which they're in. But it looks pretty impressive. Now, could this be something with regards to a level editor? Like, would it be as easy as that to sprinkle things? I don't know. I'm almost tempted to say, or to kind of have my gut tell me that it's a future game and not necessarily tabs related, because I don't see how it plays into it, right? So here we go. This is a mounting system, and it looks like there's what, 4 people mounted on top of each other. I love this mounting system, and let's actually see if we can't identify which units are which, like, and of which factions. What are the dudes with the yellow pants? They've got suspenders and like silly hats, and they're carrying battle axes. I don't think they're a faction at all. I think it's just like a showcase. Yeah, and those are definitely like yellow firefighter pants, and then the red jackets have the Landfall icon on them. You see a big medieval or Viking style axe, rather plain bows and arrows, and rather plain swords, and rather plain shields. So it's mostly, this is definitely, I think, just a test for the mounting system. But it goes to show you what we'll probably be able to do with the unit editor. Now, while there will not be this is a direct quote, we aren't planning on having a level editor on release. So here we go. If you look at the verbiage, we aren't planning on having one on release. That does give the possibility that there is one on release. And then we could potentially add one later on. It's non-committal verbiage. I mean, see, finally I get to use my law degree, right? You know, like, excuse me, counselor, blah, blah, blah. This is my question. And the lawyer's supposed to answer, as a lawyer should, it depends. Because there's never really a true answer, right? There's so many shades of gray. And there are so many shades of gray in this verbiage that one cannot truly ascertain whether there will be a level editor, whether there'll be one at launch or later or ever. But I swear Tabs needs one. It needs the unit editor just like it needs the map editor. You need the unit editor, I think, more because it gives more playability, more replayability. But truly, if you have both, Tabs is a game, I will tell you this, audience, and I will tell you this, Landfall, if it has both, it will be a game that will sell copies and make the community happy and strong for years and years. 2 to 3 years minimum, right? I mean, I'll be playing it for that long, right? Well, it'll have a YouTube presence for that long. It'll have advertisement. It will have legs. Look at this. I like the. It looks like Fangorn Forest in the background, and then we got a dude with a background hat. Then we've got Pineapple, and my first thought at seeing this, I kid you not, was going back to that map editor, which is why we need it. Because if I have a unit editor, I can make SpongeBob and Patrick, and if I can make a custom map, I can make Bikini Bottom. Because when I saw that pineapple, I thought of the pineapple house. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Well, maybe someone from Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, possibly. What say you, Landfall? What say you? Now, we've got more fabulous hats. We've got some luchador masks. We've got that pineapple, the backwards hat. And then we have what looks like Colin Farrell from the Alexander movie where he was wearing the lion head and he was being Alexander the Great. Because that is a glorious hat. A glorious... Is it a mask? Is it a hat? Look at it! It is beautiful. It is absolutely... Look at this. We've got more customization. So this is stuff that you're going to be able to cosmetically add. And it kind of... I have to be a little cautious about this because when you look at this, you're like, wow, these are all really cool. But the text is, okay, so I need to clarify what this is, what it is that I've been doing. I'm basically doing random items that you would be able to customize the units with purely for decorative purposes. And that really gets me wondering will there be limitations on custom units, right? Because I think at first there's going to be one version of it, right, where you do it in game, and the second is if you open it up. If Landfall chooses to open up the unit creation and the unit customization, then there could be like Steam Workshop that goes well and beyond just cosmetic looking differences. Either way, it will be fun, but the demon guy looks cool. I'm trying to figure out what's on top of this bee's hat. I mean, what's on this bee's body. This one's got bee antennas. You got the lion mask, you get the bunny mask, but I'm not sure. It almost looks like curls, like, you know, when the ladies go to the sauna, or what do they call it, where they get their hair did? The hair cuttery. Right? So here we go. We've started work on getting all of the art into the Tabs project with all of the new physics stuffs. What does that mean, Will? What do you mean when you say the Tabs project? It's like not a game anymore. And this is some woolly mammoths going ham. And then you've got a bunch of dudes with clubs. You look at the art style. I swear I played this map or something very similar to it when I was in Sweden at the event they had for Stick Fight. I almost said Fight Club, and I almost said Fight Sticks. I have had my coffee this morning, so I'm not entirely... Well, it's yerba mate. We ran out of coffee, guys. It's a sad day, but this sparkling tea has a lot of caffeine in it. Anyway, but yeah, so what I guess the big difference is before we saw the woolly mammoths just as like geometric blobs, right? Or blobs. Would you say geometric blobs? You know, there are a lot of blobs. And not at all really looking like mammoths. That was December 19th. 2 days later, we got the Totally Accurate Holiday Greeting, which is the video you're seeing once here again. and it's just pretty. I wish there was like a little more going on, because we just have clubmen. It would have been nice. Are there any Easter eggs or teasers? Because haven't we seen in the past like Yetis? It makes you wonder, right? There's so many things that make me wonder, and that gets me onto this, guys. So, what has happened since July of 2016? We're gonna cover this before we get into these custom battles, right? And you're gonna see a lot of footage for all the other stuff that Landfall has been teasing over the last couple of months, right? It's pretty incredible. But if you think about it, the indie gaming scene, I think, has changed, and I almost think the video gaming scene has changed a lot. There's been a lot of AAA studios, there's been a lot of indie studios that have just put out garbage, or stuff that has seemed to be good but has not been very well received. Like, let's look at Sea of Thieves, one of the most beautiful games ever. It was hollow in content, there wasn't enough stuff, and as a result, the game is a shell, both in player base and in content, as what it could have been. If it had the content, that game, I would be playing it a lot. I'm actually thinking of going back to it because they have added stuff. The issue is it's just one of those that you go back and you may play 1 or 2 hours to play the last 2 updates of content, and it only gives you a small amount of gameplay, right? Of entertainment value in terms of hours played. And it's just sad because, like, every time, like, I know it's easy to be the critic or to commentate on it, right? And to discuss it as opposed to building it, but I truly believe my calling is game development, and that is going to be saved for a later day. We're still saving up that money to start a game studio, don't you worry. But if ever I do, I'm gonna let you guys know, or rather when I do. It will happen, there will come a day where we make Baron's Brigade's games for Baron's Brigade. It'll be fun. I think it's a really unique concept, and I actually think that's... I think that's the future of game development, but discussion for another day. So Sea of Thieves, very hyped for that. You look at Fallout 76, the community is not happy with that, at large, because what it seems to be is just a rehashing of an old game, Fallout 4. Blizzard is like, oh, Diablo, we're doing it on mobile, and everyone's like, bro, we want it on PC, and they're like, well, we'll tell you what you want. What you really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I want tabs to be released. Anyway, that's what, all I want for Christmas is tabs. And a bunch of other good indie games. But the indie game scene has been flooded with garbage. Steam Greenlight went away. I'd say that the heyday for indie gaming on YouTube seems to be, like, indie gaming as far as variety sense, not necessarily like the horror games or like the child memes like Bendy and all of that stuff, you know, Hello Neighbor, all that jazz. Like, that kind of has a genre that just keeps popping up over and over. But there's been a flood of indie games because there's not as much control over what is allowed to be shown off and seen and played, right? So I just think that tabs could have filled that role. By the way, I've played tabs 99 hours according to my Steam chart. That's insane! The last time I played it, according to this, is November 10th. Wow. Oh my god, over a month ago. That's crazy stuff. Let's get into the custom battles. Enough of this commentary, right? Alright guys, so look at this. This is a riot. Over here, I'm gonna change this up. NPC Wowjack came up with this. This is the riot. Now the red are the rioters and the blue are basically the police force, but instead, I'm gonna say that the red are all of us who want tabs to be released, and blue is the agents of darkness that are keeping tabs from being released to us in these almost 2.5 years. I mean, what, 2 years and 5 months? Yeah. Oh my god, almost 2.5 years, you gotta be kidding me. Slap me in the face with a raw fish, mate. It's getting a little bit ridiculous out here. And it looks like we're doing pretty good as the rioters, because you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and say that I am going to be leading the rioting forces. Now, basically what we've got going on right now is the red, the rioting forces. There's 30 peasants as protesters, 25 boxers as angry rioters, 15 thieves as armed rioters. So we got angry rioters and armed rioters. Then we've got 15 swords as ACAB supporters. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before in my life. Farmers as breakers, ninjas as riders who are throwing stuff, and then the blue is the police force, right? The agent, like, you can't have tabs. Like, no, we want tabs right now, mate. So we got the Vikings as the anti-riot police, 20 shields as police with shields, 15 swords as police with batons, 16 laser pistols as taser police, and I put them on the flanks there. And then we've got the 6 muskets as a rubber rifle police. All right, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and put myself in here as the leader of the riot. I'm gonna be a ninja master, and I'm gonna put myself up here with my Praetorian Guard of 1, 2, 4 samurai. And that should help. So let's see how, if I can turn the tide of battle here. If I can throw the shuriken out, where am I? Am I dead? Swear to goodness, if I'm already dead! How did that happen? Guys, I've been taken out, man. The FBI. The FBI doesn't want tabs. It's a conspiracy. All right, everybody's got to get up. We've got to charge the rubber police musket lines, which is going to be very challenging because we don't really have the numbers right now. Luckily, they're missing. This ninja's gonna get up here. Oh, he got one! Oh, he got one of them. He only got one of them. It's not gonna be enough. They're gonna be able to silence everybody else. A few of the taser police actually survived. All right, so for whatever reason, I just got killed. So we're gonna have to change that up. I'm gonna be, let's go over here. I don't know if this is a good idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll have a few Taekwondo men too. As the crazy Baron's Brigadiers right here, some of the zealots. Some of you guys who are commenting and liking on every video. Look at me, throwing a shuriken. Get him, mate. Yeah, why am I so bad at aiming? I'm the worst aimer there is. Yeah, you really are bad. You're really bad. Oh my god, but I'm still alive, so that's gotta count for something. Look at me throwing backwards. I've been doing my yoga, right? I've been doing, like, basically to be a ninja, you gotta be super flexible. Look at that. Is he less accurate than he normally is? Oh, he got him in the, oh man, I'm taking some shots, but there's a few ninjas approaching right now. I've taken out 2 of them. I've taken some musket hits. Guys, I think this is it. I think this is it. We're gonna overcome. Does this mean tabs is gonna be released? No, unfortunately not, because these are totally accurate custom battles. And whenever we know that whenever they're totally accurate is in it, it's not accurate totally. You know what I mean? Guys, I got bad news. This is the reason. There's some dark force. The dark peasant will not let tabs be released. So he's gonna take us all out. We're gonna have to regroup, we're gonna have to come back, but this is what it looks like right now. Waiting. This is what waiting feels like. Feels like you're being thrown around by some dark and mysterious lord who won't let you have hours and hours of fun. Making custom units in Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. Oh, he sucked that guy in and the guy tried to headbutt him in the stomach. Did not work because the dark peasant got abs made out of unobtainium. And that's a blue victory. It's sad. All right, it's the Battle of Troy. This one comes in from Mr. Mark Stevie. By the way, the last one came in from NPC Wojak. I'm pretty sure I said that. I don't know if I made it clear enough. But thank you guys for putting in your custom battle suggestions. Please leave them below. If you see one you like, make sure to upvote it by liking that person's comment so it's more than likely to be chosen in the next Totally Accurate Battle Simulator video. By the way, if you're a little bit late, no deal, because like the last time we made a tabs video was about a month ago. You know, normally like if there's a lot of updates, we'll do one every week, and I feel like when tabs comes out, we'll probably do one every day, if and when it ever comes out, because I've been saying that for 2 years now. Oh, spear! But basically, this is the final battle of Troy. It happened inside the city of Troy after the Greeks used the Trojan horse to get in. Oh my god, that guy cannot procreate, and he's going off the building, off the floor, dude. That guy was thrown off the walls of Troy into the infinite abyss. Look at that arrow going off too. All right, whoa, something happened. It was like an explosion. See, that's the thing. Crazy things happen in tabs, so it looks like these are the last 2 Trojan archers. Look at this guy. He's stuck. What is he stuck on? Oh, his sword is stuck in the ground. That's actually really funny. The spear throwers are not being accurate, giving the archers time to hit these guys, but it looks like, oh! That man is no longer a man. And as a result, he's going to get vengeance? Oh, he may not be a man, but you will not be alive. All right, so let's look at the formations that we got right here. So the blue team are the Trojans, the red are the Greeks, because I figured red should be Greeks because, you know, Lacedaemon, aka Sparta, they were always like red, right? And the Trojans, I don't know, they had like more bluish kind of color to them in the movie Troy from 2004, which was amazing. So the Greeks are in formation. They got 30 footmen, 20 spearmen, 3 samurai masters as Achilles, Odysseus, and the general Agamemnon. And they've also got 15 spear throwers spread out. The Trojans, 15 footmen, 10 archers, 15 shieldsmen, 15 samurai, and 2 samurai masters as the brother of Hector and the king of Troy. So the brother of Hector was Paris, and Priam was the king. So we got all them in. Let's see who wins this battle, boys. We've got a glorious combat. So I would see, that's another thing. I've always said, and I've never understood why. I wish we could have had it. Like, they've got their reasons, but as a YouTuber, I would have loved to say, like, I've always said these 3 units: pikemen, hoplites, and crossbowmen. If I could just have those in this version of Tabs, the number of historical battles or custom battles we could recreate. Look at that. The Samurai Master walked right by this archer. Oh, good lord. I guess he didn't. Alright, so we gotta figure out, if we wanted to turn this around, we're gonna have to put Hector back in the battle. And look at it, it's always these 2 archers. Why always me, Mario Balotelli? Why always me? Man, that's a dank meme from like 2012, isn't it? Gosh. Oh man, look at that. This guy's carrying another soldier, and he's using him as a shield. That guy just got hit in like the thigh. These guys actually have a chance, except this guy has absorbed 3 arrows by using him as a blocker, and now the spear is gonna connect. Oh my god, he went right down, and they've dodged. Holy crap. Oh, does that spear look good? An impossible throw. See, they need Achilles to have the impossible throws. It'd be cool to be- ooh. Oh my gosh, no way. Oh, he got the spear off. Did he hit him at least? Nope. Oh, and he got hit in the shoulder, right through the, what looks like the clavicle. That was pretty cool. So we have it tied up. 1-1. So we're gonna overview the battle. I wanna see if any units fall off. Yes! Yes! I love when the units fly off like that. Some of them are getting absolutely just slingshotted off. There are so many Greek units that survive that first encounter. Oh gosh, and all of these archers fall. These guys are gonna go down early now, because look, this one's carrying the other one as a shield. He's definitely gonna get it off, and it looks like, yep, the Greeks win. So let's see. You remember when this was a giant Easter egg to trigger that? See, that's the thing, like, I remember being so excited for the new campaign for Totally Accurate Battle Simulator because I knew there was gonna be so many little Easter eggs, right? And as good as the Easter eggs in the campaign are, that's not really what Tabs is all about. Tabs is all about the silly physics battles, and I think it's the imaginations of the player base. I think our imaginations are the most important thing for Tabs. For the longevity of it, I mean. So focusing on a campaign's great, but the community could build campaigns for you. We could put them, we could upload them on the Steam Workshop. Man, I just watched this guy take a spear through the back. Friendly fire. Oh my gosh, it brings me back to the first time I ever played Tabs, and archers would kill your own units. Oh man, and I'd have to like situate them on the flanks or put them in the front, so I'd lose less units to friendly fire. Good times, man, good times. But Tabs, it's gotta come out soon. I hope it does. Anyway, guys, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, all of that good stuff. Hope you guys have a great time. I'm spending the day with family, so no live streams over on Facebook, but I'll be back the next day. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye!